I want to talk to you about a proposed wind turbine project in Ballivor. This is a significant development that could shape our community for years to come. My goal here, folks, is to give you a straightforward and unbiased opinion so you can form your own mindset on it. Let's break it down. The proposal involves construction of 26 wind turbines, each standing between 150 to 200 metres tall, right here in the boglands in Ballivor. These turbines will harness the power of the wind to generate renewable energy, contributing to Ireland's broader goals of reducing carbon emissions and moving towards sustainable energy sources. But there's more to this than just turbines themselves. So let's look at the numbers. Based on similar projects in Ireland, the cost to build and install a single wind turbine typically ranges between 6 to 12 million. This includes everything: manufacturing, transport, construction and installation. With 26 turbines planned for this project, the total estimate cost falls somewhere between 156 to 312 million. Why would investors and planners be willing to spend this kind of money? Well, the answer lies in the long-term returns. The total capacity of the wind farm is projected to be between 117 and 170 megawatts, with the average capacity factor of 30%, which accounts for variations in wind conditions. This wind farm could produce between 306 and 443 megawatt hours of electricity each year. At the current price, the average wholesale electricity price is just over 100 euros per megawatt hour. This translates to annual revenues of between 33 and 48 million. Now, when you look at these numbers over a 30-year operational lifespan, the potential for profit is clear. Depending on the actual costs and energy production, the payback period could range between 4 to 9 years. After that, the revenue generated becomes a significant return on the initial investment. So, what does this mean for Ballivor? During the construction plans or phases, the project is expected to create around 100 jobs, which could give a temporary boost to the local economy and employment. Once the wind farm is operational, there will be 3 to 5 long-term technical positions for maintenance and operation. On top of that, similar projects in Ireland have established community benefit funds, providing annual financial support for local initiatives. For example, the Galway Wind Park allocates over 400,000 annually to community projects. Could something similar happen here in Ballivor and County Meath? That would depend on negotiations and agreements as part of the planning process. Let's talk about community funding, because this is where things get interesting. Galway Wind Park, Ireland's largest wind farm, generates 154 megawatts of electricity with its 58 turbines. Each year, the Galway project provides over 400,000 to community benefit funding for local projects. Now, the proposed Ballivor project has a slightly smaller output, ranging from 117 to 170 megawatts approximately. If we calculate funding based on the Galway example, here's what it should look like. Galway provides 400,000 for 174 megawatts. That's about 2,300 per megawatt per year. If the Ballivor Wind Farm generates the lower estimate of 117 megawatts, the community funding should be around 270,000 per year. If it reaches the upper capacity of 169 megawatts, the funding should rise to roughly 370,000 annually. These are ballpark figures, of course, but this gives us a sense of what's fair. And here's the question for us in County Meath: what are we getting? If Galway Community Benefit Fund is the benchmark, will Ballivor receive a similar deal, or will it fall short? And here's where I get a bit cheeky. Which of our local TDs will jump on the bandwagon to claim the credit, ensuring a fair share? Because let's face it, when there's money on the table, there's always someone ready to cut the ribbon and take a photo. Of course, there's another side to this story. Ballivor's boglands are part of our heritage. For generations, these lands have been tied to traditional practices like turf cutting, etc. While turbines represent progress, there's a valid question about how they might impact the local landscape. biodiversity, and the way we connect with our surroundings. These are important considerations as we look to balance the past with the future. So what do you think? Do you think the potential benefits, clean energy, economic returns and community funds outweigh the cost, both financial and environmental? Or do you feel the project might disrupt the character of Ballivor in ways that aren't worth the trade-off? This is our community, your community, and your voice matters. I'd like to hear what you think. Please share your thoughts, comments below. I am here to facilitate a discussion, but ultimately this decision is about all of us working together for the future of Ballivor and the local community. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on this project and other issues around the area. Gormagut.